adult child becomes more of the parent, and the parent becomes more like the child. An example might be in my situation, my mother made decisions for our family, not only for us as children, but also she made many of the decisions for my father. She's now at a point where in frequent conversations with other people, she'll say, well, that may be okay, but you'll need to talk to my daughter about that. That's a role reversal where she's reverting now for me to make some of the decisions that she so capably was able to make in the past. Remember, however, these adults are not to be treated as children in this process, but just know that a lot of the responsibilities that they previously carried so capably are now being transferred or reversed to the individual's adult child. Members of an ethnic group share similar history, language, customs, and characteristics. Although individual differences occur within a given ethnic group and stereotypes should not be made, cultures do have different expectations for their elderly. For example, Native Americans tend to respect their elders, view them as leaders, teachers, and advisors to their youth. Chinese and Japanese cultures tend to view old age as a blessing, and the elderly are held in very high esteem and are considered to be very wise. American culture, as was mentioned earlier, emphasizes youth and beauty. In many families, there is no role for the elderly individual. This attitude in America has not always been the case. Our roots were in a farming community where there was a role for everyone, young and old alike, and where families took care of each other, much more so than they do today. It's going to be interesting to see if this youth-oriented attitude changes as the elderly population continues to grow larger and becomes more visible. Older people are banding together in support groups that are active in politics, in industry, and social issues. Maybe you're familiar with the organization called ARP, the American Association of Retired People. Very large, influential group of elder folks are members of that organization, and it has lots of influence in politics and other issues that concern America. Marketers of products will soon consider some of the juiciest targets to be consumers aged 55 and older. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing Old Navy or Levi having elder people sport their blue jeans and other clothing. As caregivers, you have a big responsibility to help meet the psychosocial needs of the mature adult. First, help to make them feel important. Show respect for the elder by being a good listener. Take time to pay attention to what they're saying. Assist them to look their very best. Make sure that their hair is attractively styled, that they're clean and shaven, that their clothes are clean, and encourage them to do as much as possible for themselves. This fosters independence and helps increase their self-esteem. Get them involved in projects that they alone can do so that at the end they can take the entire glory for doing it. Assist in meeting the need for love and belonging, remembering that the elders may be miles away from close friends and family. They're going to be looking to you for affection that they might need. Provide care that you give to them with a gentle touch, with kindness, and be very considerate in the manner in which you deal with them. Demonstrate a recognition, acceptance, and respect for the sexuality of the older individual. Alert and oriented elderly people should not have to have their sexuality approved, screened, or stopped by any caregiver. The need for intimacy and human contact remains an important need in a later life. Provide the basic courtesy of knocking before entering the privacy of someone's space. Listen to the stories of the olden days, because remembering these stories helps the elder maintain self-esteem and allows them to work through personal losses. Assist them to see themselves as a valuable, needed, and successful person. Encourage participation in projects that have genuine value. Help to provide socialization by being friendly, understanding, and patient while completing your work. Many facilities have a department called the Activities Department, which offers structured activities to help keep the older resident active and involved. These are led by recreational therapists. These are people who have college degrees. Some have said all they do is play with the residents. Well, this is certainly part of what they do, but they provide a tremendous service in helping the elder remain active and provide value to their lives. Encourage the elder to interact with family, visitors, and other residents. Help them get connected with others if they're struggling to do so. Encourage them to write. Maybe keep a journal, use audio tapes, do needlework. Any other kind of artistic expression is of value to the elder, as it is for anybody else at any age. Provide an opportunity to make decisions as well, so that they can be made to feel important. These are just a few of the things that you can do to help meet the basic needs of the elder adult. When you get to working in a facility, you'll learn about many other opportunities that you can do to help meet these psychosocial needs. Remember, one of the best ways to recognize and meet the needs of the elder is to recognize and understand the needs of your own. They're no different. A modification of the golden rule is still really the best guide. Provide care for others as you would want others to provide care for you or some member of your family. Aging is inevitable. It's part of the continuum of life. Unless we can create a world which offers the possibility of aging with grace, respect, and honor, none of us will be able to look forward to the future.